Welcome everyone to the first one of the second semi-final for World Series of Empire Wars. Whoever wins over here is gonna move on to face the winner of the previous series. Let's switch colors. I think we're going to have red for Bars and blue for Bad Boy. From the get-go, we see Dravidians and Aztecs for Bars and Bad Boy respectively, and Dravidians. We get the extra wood. He's gonna utilize that to go for 2 archer ranges from the get-go. Meanwhile, Bad Boy is only able to go for 1 archer range for the time being. And thank you so much for the follows today, guys. For those of you, coming into the stream for the first time, finding out about my channel. Hope you're having a good time. This is going to be the second semi-final in the last series for the day. And then we are going to be back on Wednesday with more Double Cup 3 series, I think. I'm hoping that we are going to get enough series to get a nice long stream going. Because earlier stages, the round 32 for Double Cup 3 is going to be just a best of 3, right? And it's probably going to be pretty one-sided for the most part. So I'm hoping that we are going to get at the very least like 3 sets to go through. 4, ideally, perhaps even more than that. Yesterday we covered 7 sets from Double Cup 3, and the stream was like 5 hours long only, so for 7 sets it's very short, right? So I'm hoping that we are going to get at the very least 4 series. We'll see. Anyway, you're still coming out already for Bars, and Bad Boy has got Skirmishers and Eagle Scouts mixed in, which should be pretty strong overall. I don't think Bars got a stable, so he cannot go for a meat shield himself. Which means that the Eagle Warriors over here, the Eagle Scouts rather, are going to be pretty strong. Especially against Skirmishers, potentially. They can be really good. It's the analog of Skirms and Scouts for other civilizations. Two sets are already available from Rex now, and 1 will start at 21 GMT. Okay. So we have like 3 series guaranteed for Wednesday already, and if any series take place tomorrow or earlier Wednesday or live Wednesday, we could potentially cover those 2 as well. So yeah, we only need like 1 more series, and that's going to be already 4, which is, I think, probably going to be the minimum for it to be a nice and long stream with best of 3 sets. 9 series for this week are not scheduled yet. So this is the round 32. We already covered 4 sets from the round 32. 1 of the recorded sets is from the round 64, so the other one is from the round 32. That's going to be 5 sets from the round 32 so far. There's one that's going to be played at 21 GMT, so that leaves indeed 9 series left from the round 32 to be played, right? So I imagine the 1 series that we got from the round 64 that was played yesterday is the last series from the round of 64, is that correct? That seems about right. Nice pressure coming in from Bars. Skirmishers and Archers. I love it, but Eagles are just so good, man. They're going right into the Skirmishers. We have Skirms over here from Bad Boy as well. And extra Eagle Scouts coming out. Now ball players going out to the Castle Age. So far the Eagles cannot do too much. They're not quite as strong against Archers when they are fully upgraded. When the Archers are fully upgraded in the Fuel Age. Or at the very least for attack, right? So he's gonna have to wait until he gets to the Castle Age to get the Eagle Warrior upgrade. But you know what? Some villages are starting to crumble already. Bars coming in with 2 villager kills. That's already a very strong start. Should be able to take care of these Eagles. Even with scale mail armor, the Eagles are not going to be strong enough. And there are choke points over here for Bars to potentially try and take advantage of, I think. Are there? Yeah, I'm not really sure why he's not taking advantage of it though. Okay, he's going back now. So far, he's done a really good job kiting these units down. But Bad Boy is going to be the first player to get to the Castle Age. That means the first player to get access to Castle Age upgrades. Eagle Warrior, Chainmail Armor. So far, he's fallen behind the villager count, though. He's got over a minute and a half of idle TC time. He's not producing villages at all. What's going on? He's got the resources. What is Bad Boy doing? He's not queuing villages at all. And Bar's gonna start to pull a significant lead over here. He's got the Crossman upgrade, blocking arrow coming up. Even though he was later to the Castle Age, it took some time for Bad Boy to get to the Eagle Warrior upgrade, so now he's got only 2 left to work with, and with crossbows, then blocking arrow, the Eagles are going down. No chainmail armor over here for Bad Boy means that the Eagles are not quite as strong against these crossbows anymore, and certainly seems like Barles should be able to get some good damage down over here. Going forward, should be able to take the Palisade Foundation down if he wants to come straight in. However, he can just go around the mill over here and still get to these villagers. He's gonna opt to go after the gold miners instead though. Hey Hardcore Massive, hi. Love the Scorpion edition from Bad Boy. Still no chainmail armor, and Bars is going for Thumb Ring. I imagine he's got another group of crossbows coming forward at some point, because there's no way this is the only army that Bars got. It's not going to be the only one though. He's got a second group of crossbows coming out from the north, but he still survives with these crossbows against the Eagle Warriors. And it could potentially be a nuisance on Bad Boy's economy on the wood. There's a 4 siege workshop from Bad Boy though. I'm really sure about this. You know, Bars, the last time that I took a look at it, he was #1 on the ladder. So it's definitely not a player to take lightly, you know? Let me take a look at the leaderboard right now to see if that's still the case. He's also the first player to go for a second TC, and he's got a third TC on the way. While Bad Boy on the other hand, not too much. Seems outdated. Oh yeah, that is correct, sorry. Barles versus Bad Boy. Eagle Warriors coming in from Bad Boy. He's got 3 barracks right now, so should be able to get to good numbers. And against crossbows alone, it's certainly going to work. The one thing that I'm slightly concerned though for Bad Boy is his economy is looking very, very bad compared to Bars anyway. Once again, the same way that we mentioned this in the previous series, it does take some time for your extra resources, actually for your extra economy to pay off, so you need to offset for the extra resources that it took for you to get the extra TCs up, the villagers out, the farms up. But it seems to me like Bars is getting away with it. So I'm taking a look at the leaderboard, and Bars is still rank 1 on the ladder. But you know what? He is only 1 point ahead from #2, and guess who #2 is? Bars is 2660, #2 is 2659, and #2 is gonna be Mr. Viper. No Vileze, no. Let me actually take a look at where Vileze sits. Vileze is 14 currently. So Viper is #2 at 2659. Hera is #3 at 2644. Snick. Nice round coming up over here from Bad Boy. This is what I was talking about. Eagles will dominate crosses for sure. And Bars gonna have to make a play for something else. You know, he can potentially go for his own infantry if he wanted to. But Dr.V is gonna be pretty good, especially in the Imperial Age. After you get access to wood steel, your infantry is so strong. They ignore armor. As if they were not strong enough against Eagles anyway. Bars is not making a transition into anything though. He's still gonna keep on going for more crossroads. And here comes Bad Boy with the Eagle Warriors. He's gonna try and deny the castle. The quick balls are coming in for Bars, but it's not going to be on time, so he does not gonna push the way from the castle. There you go. But he does manage to get the quick walls with some of the villagers. And we'll see if the Scorpion can take the village down fast enough. It seems to me like the Scorpion cannot take the villages fast enough, so the castle's coming up in the end. Yeah, and even if the Scorpion wants to take down the villagers inside the walls, then Bars can just bring a few extra vills and get the castle up, so it's good. He's going to defend himself. He's got heaps of extra villagers compared to Bad Boy. But once again, he needs to transition into something else. Is that going to be a Rumi Sword? It is going to be a Rumi Swordsman. Interesting. You know, these guys are very strong against Eagles. They should be fantastic as well. Let me take a look at the bonus damage against Eagles. Only 2 additional damage. But yeah, of course, they do have an area of effect that's going to make them very effective against large groups of units, especially when they are very close together. But taking a lot of damage over here in terms of idle TC time. In terms of idle villager time, not idle TC time, sorry, idle villager time. It's kind of so far an hour and a half of extra gather economy time, but yeah, he's getting idle a lot. Let's take a look at the Rumi Swordsman over there. Yeah, notice he's actually attacking 1 eagle at a time, but he's affected more than 1 eagle with each attack. Yeah, and the eagles go down pretty easily. I was not even close. The Rumi Swordsmen are fantastic. Oh, and Bad Boy calls the GG. He could not keep the pressure going, and he calls the GG right there. You know, there was a 4th EC coming up for Bars as well, so the economy was going to keep on getting stronger. And you know what, Bad Boy, no military anymore. That is very interesting. So he went for the Eagles, he went for the push, and then he stopped. He completely stopped. He was picking up steam, and he stopped producing units in lieu of going for extra TCs. So he tried to make a transition to economy. I do not really agree with this, because Bars was already going for extra TCs earlier, so he was already poised to be ahead in work count by quite a lot. If Bad Boy went for extra TCs over here and tried to make a play for economy, he was only going to be playing catch up. So the only way for Bad Boy to really take this game would have been for him to fully commit to aggression, probably just stick to 1 TC and go for full Eagle Warriors. But yeah, obviously if Bars managed to hold on and get the castles up and go for a few Rumi Swordsmen, Bad Boy was going to struggle to keep pressure going, so I guess it's understandable, but it's unfortunately kind of having to pick from the lesser of 2 evils for Bad Boy, as both situations were going to be pretty hard for him to make work. He decides to just tap out though, and that's going to be 1-0 in favor of Bars. We'll take a look at game number 2 in a moment. Let's go through the achievements first though. What do we get? We're gonna see for military, fantastic KD. Bars ends up getting a 5-to-4 KD ratio, a little bit higher than that even. For economy, we see also stronger economy for Bars, but quite a lot. 5,000 extra resources, 33 extra resources, 33% extra resources compared to Bad Boy's economy. And a much stronger worker count for Bars as well. Yeah. And there you go. Full archer push over here from Bars. He ends up getting clapped by Eagles, and then he ends up clapping the Eagles with Rumi Swordsman. That one spike right in the middle. There's one over here. 13-1. That was the crossbows, I think, right? Yeah, and the Eagles going down. Once again, we're gonna switch Bars over to the red color. I like the way you tolerate me telling everyone that I beat you once. Yeah, I still remember that game. Every time I see skirmishers, I get... and my PTSD gets triggered.
Ow.
It's all cool. So we have business over here for bars. Bad Boys got Ethiopians. Archer range is already out for bars. Makes sense. It's going to be skirmishers and spearmen. That's usually the way it goes for Byzantines. Bad Boy, on the other hand, of course, is playing Ethiopians. Is going to go for the archer range. And he's got archers on the way, but obviously these will get countered by Byzantines, especially as Byzantines pay 25% less for skirmishers. It's not particularly difficult for bars to defend against archers with the civilization he's got. While for Bad Boy, on the other hand, it's not going to be a trivial matter to get a good engagement over here against bars, given the matchup. I don't see a second archer range coming up anytime soon. As a matter of fact, it seems like Bad Boy is going to try and make a play for the Castle Age. So he's trying to go for crossbows ASAP. Because there is no way he'll be able to hold on against Byzantines in the field age if he tries to sustain a... yeah, battle over here in the field age. While Bars, on the other hand, well, he's got a second archer range coming up. Just going to go full throttle, full steam against Bad Boy with skirmishers. And we'll see if it works out. There's an opening over here. I'm not really sure if Bad Boy realized about it. It seems pretty obvious to me, but in the heat of the moment, when you're playing, it might not be quite as obvious. And you know what? Bars is already aware of the hole over here, so if he brings a few extra units, he might be able to just sneak in. Oh, thank you, Iron Chef. My good boy. Nice villager kill over here, though. This is gonna be so triggering for Bad Boy. He's up against skirmishers for the most part. The two archers that we have from Bars end up taking the village down already. That's gotta be frustrating for sure. Bars is trying to find a different opening, but he should be aware of this though. Why is he not coming in through here? By the way, the damage, the pressure from Bars is already incredible. He'll be able to go up to the castle age at about the same time as Bad Boy, but he pushed the blue player away from berries. 4 extra farms over here. It makes it thus pretty difficult for Bad Boy to balance his economy properly. Meanwhile, of course, Bars is going to have a good amount of farms over here. These are the starting farms anyway. Pushing him away from berries is not necessarily going to force any extra farms, per se. But it's going to impact the food income from Bad Boy. Meanwhile, Bars is collecting from berries and from the farms at the same time. How many do we have for Empire Wars? 11? So did Bad Boy actually go for any farms at all? No. And it's actually 10, so... in the end, Bars was the one adding extra farms over here, and he's going for the 12. There you are. Castle Age will be here a little bit sooner for Barles. And Bad Boy is gonna struggle to keep up though. Both players have gotten a little bit of idle TC time. That's 13 extra seconds for Bad Boy. Which kind of fits like a glove over here in the difference in the uptime, so it's skirmisher on the way for Bars. And you probably shouldn't really expect much of anything else over here from the Byzantine player. He's just been going pretty heavily at it. Well, Bad Boy, on the other hand, he's going for the crossman upgrade and blocking arrow. But yeah, once again, against Byzantines, that shouldn't really work out. Defense Siege Workshop, I do like to see from Bad Boy, but so far, Bars is doing a pretty good job. Keeping pressure up. Might be able to get a villager down over here. Bad Boy's gotta be careful over there, pay attention. Especially with blocking arrow right now, these units are a little bit stronger. There we go. Mountain is already on the way, about to come out. And Bars doesn't really have anything going on in terms of extra pressure forward. No forward siege workshop, no nothing. He's not even sending a villager in, so it seems like he's just going to stick to skirmishers over here. You know, he's paying less for these, so as long as he's able to get any damage done, it's still going to be worth it. And take a look at the unit control from Bars. Well done indeed. That's not taking 2 losses over there, but so far he's been able to get a villager down from the gold. Overall, totaling 3 villager kills so far. And gets another villager down over there. With skirmishers, nonetheless. Will be extremely, you know, painful for Bad Boy to see his villagers die to freaking skirmishers. Especially when he's got 2 mangonels trying to defend and still unable to get the skirmishers down. The unit control from Bars is really good over here. In the end, he won't be able to get too much more damage done, but he's just been a nuisance for the best part of the last 3 minutes or so. And now we see a 4 siege workshop on the way for Bad Boy. For Bars, sorry, to keep on putting pressure against Bad Boy. He's already managed to get a 6 villager lead. He's got 13 extra military units compared to Bad Boy as well. Bars has just been on fire. You know, a grand final between Dark and Bars is certainly going to be something to look forward to. Once we know the result of this semifinal, we'll go and take a look at the Wikipedia page to see if they already scheduled or not. Assuming that Bars is the one moving on, Bad Boy could very well come back into the set. We still have, you know, technically 3 more games to go for after this one, and Bad Boy's still not dead yet, so we'll see. Beautiful. Second TC on the way on the back for Bars. First player to go for an extra TC. He's got 2 mangols forward. We have 3 mangols for Bad Boy. He's going for the 4th one. Oh, a little bit of soldering over there. Because an upgrade's on the way now for Bars as well, so he's gonna start putting a little bit more pressure with skirmishers. He pays less for these units, but they are not anywhere near as effective at taking bills down compared to crossbows. So I do like to see the crossbow upgrade on the way over here for Bars. Bad Boy did add a 2nd and a 3rd TC, so he's gotten a hidden TC count compared to Bars. However, the villager count is pretty even still. Good unit control still for Bars. Man, it's just so frustrating. Yeah, for Bad Boy over here, he's going to end up losing the Magno to the skirmishers. Come on, get out of here. Ah, man, Bars is just so hard to play against. Great Magno shot from Bad Boy. Not worth it though. Even if he ended up taking all the skirmishers over here, losing a Magno over there is already going to be so rough for him. Bars is moving on over to the back. Bad Boy's base. He's got the 30C coming up on the back now, Bars that is. So he'll try to catch up. There's a double push coming up. We have 2 Magnos and crossbows in front of Bars' base, and then we have 2 Magnos and skirmishers for the most part on the back of his base as well. So he might end up losing the TC over there, we'll see. Gotta be careful. It's going to be a Mango battle. We have a defensive Mango over here for Bad Boy in front of his base as well, so it's going to be 3v4 for the most part. There are additional Mangoes from Bars, not exactly sure where those are. Are those defensive ones? Probably not. There is no reason for him to keep any siege weapons defensive. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade though. And that was a good shot, but not good enough. Still ends out taking the Magno down, and that's another good shot from Bars over here, and that's going to be the Magno going down. Yeah, I'm not really sure why Bad Boy did not manage to get another shot over there, but Bars scraps enough resources to go up to the Imperial Lich. In the end, we have 5 Magnos left for Bars. He's got 2 in front of Bad Boy's base. He's got 1 on the back of Bad Boy's base, trying to target the TC, and wow, Bad Boy just calls a GG right there. Interesting position to call the GG in. Yes, for sure, Bars had momentum over here. He had a significant military lead, but Bad Boy was not dead yet. Not dead yet, and he definitely could have kept on going, but it's understandable. Bars getting to the Imperial Age faster with the discount that Byzantines get to go up to the next stage. Would have gotten a significant lead once getting to the next stage and getting access to Trebuchets, Arbalesters, Bracer, of course. So well done. So far 2-0 in favor of Bars. Game number 3 does. Will be match point already. A better than 3-to-2k ratio for Bars. If we take a look at economy, we'll see a stronger economy for Bars as well. Taking a look at society, we'll see a stronger society stat for Bars with a higher villager max count. The fewest losses, actually with virtually no villager losses for Bars whatsoever. Meanwhile, Bad Boy ended up taking 12 losses throughout the game. And yeah, Bars is just dominating so far. We'll see what we get for game number 3. This was one of Bad Boy's home maps. So for game number 3, it's going to be one of... I'm not really sure if it's going to be one of Bars's actually. Or was that just for the Valhalla? I think that was for Valhalla that the winner of game 1 was going to pick the map for game number 3. So I think this might be the second home map from Bad Boy that we'll see for game 3. We'll see. So this matchup, on paper, should have favored the Berbers. Still, theory and practice can be two extremely different things, obviously. And given how strong the performance from Bars has been in this series so far, I'm not really sure what to expect over here. Stable's already on the way for Bars. We see Stable on the way for Bad Boy. Both players going for cavalry. To be expected from these civilizations, of course. Well, even if we get a full series over here, it doesn't seem like the stream is going to be too long. Doesn't seem like you're going to have to stay up too late. At least. See? Yeah, Bars is paying attention. He's got 2 scouts forward already. Bad Boy. He's going to bring 3 scouts forward together. There you go. Good defense. Bad Boy so far has had some great unit control, keeping the spearman close and preventing the scouts from doing much of anything. Meanwhile, his own scouts forward are not doing too much, and Bars got his own scouts over here to defend with 2. But we'll see. He just pulls the scouts away. The scouts from Bad Boy come in. One villager will go down over here. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of fact, and scouts are coming over from Bad Boys. Got the hill advantage over there. He could have turned around and tried to take the engagement, but it's understandable that he's respecting Bars' units because of the free forging upgrade. Bad Boy still has not gone for the +1 attack, so he's just going to bail. But that's good. He's gotten the first villager. That's the first blood actually in the game. The villager from Bars. Now the spearmen go down though from Bad Boy, and Bars' scouts are coming over. We might see a villager go down or 2. And yes sir, 2 villagers going down already from Bad Boy, 2 Bars' units. That's gonna be another villager and the scouts! The scouts also go down from Bad Boy! So Bars got 4 scouts left forward. How is Bars' unit control so good? Sure, he's got the +1 attack. He's gone for fletching, and he's got the 1 archer over here putting pressure against the spearman. That was just ridiculous. Take a look at the KD. 9-4 for Bars. He got KD of 3-1, and Bad Boy is already on the back foot. And is this going to be a sub 10-minute game? I wouldn't be surprised if Bad Boy keeps on losing villagers over here. He's bleeding economy out. He's hemorrhaging economy, and if he keeps on losing more villages over here, wouldn't be surprised to see him call the GG right away, basically. We'll see. You know, that villager is still pretty weak. I'm not really sure why Bars not targeted it. Regardless, he's in a much better spot. He's gotten a 3 villager lead. And if you take a look at the LTC time for both these players, Bars is on 1/3 the LTC time compared to Bad Boy. So yeah, not the best. Not the best. Unit control. Both players making the transition to the castle age already. And what do we have for each player? So Bars got only 1 stable in the 1 archer range. He's gonna try and get the walls up. Meanwhile, Bad Boy, he's got the 1 stable, and he's going for the 2nd one, so he's just finished building the 2nd one. And you gotta keep in mind, Bad Boy is gonna be paying 15% less for stable units in the castle age, but he does need to go for the upgrades. He needs to get forging, he needs to get bloodlines ideally. Bars obviously also wants to go for bloodlines, scale, bar, and armor. But I'm pretty curious about this, because Bars has not gone for a 2nd stable yet. We could see a play for cavalry archers if he added extra archer ranges into the mix. You know, he's going for archers, so that certainly seems to be a step in that direction. Going for archers right now is going to allow him to get a good amount of units out before he gets to the castle age that he'll be able to upgrade from the get-go. And then he could make a play for the cavalry archers, but no, he's going for the 2nd stable. So it's a few crossbows and then knights. That can be kind of rough. We have 3 stables over here for Bad Boy, and he's got 15% cheaper camels in the castle age. 15% cheaper camels, and even if he was to stick to knight production himself, he would be paying less compared to the knights from Bars, so. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Bars' plan is over here. Crossbowman, blocking arrow upgrades. I guess if he's able to sit underneath the tower over there with the crossbows and push the villagers away from gold, that would prevent Bad Boy from producing cavalry at all. And Bars has got some knights coming in. Yeah, I guess that could be it. Let me take a look at Bars' point of view. I think he probably knows where all the golds from Bad Boy are. There we go. He's coming in, might be able to get a villager down. He does. Meanwhile, Bad Boy is going for the counter-strike himself as well. He's got right now 6 knights. But Bars is paying attention over there and he repairs the gate. So Bad Boy is in a world of pain over here. There is so many knights coming in already. Given the fact that Bars was going for both a push over here, and he had to defend himself as well, it's actually remarkable. He was able to keep this amount of military units. He's getting more villagers down. Bad Boy will end up cleaning up the knights from Bars for sure. If Bars sticks over there, so Bars is going to bail. And now Bad Boy is going after the crosses. So it seems like Bad Boy finally is going to catch a break over here. Clean out the crossbows. And be in a good spot. There we are. Beautiful. Yeah, and there isn't too much that Bars will be able to do with these units forward anymore. Bad Boy is able to clean everything up and stabilize. Wheelbarrow is on the way now for Bars husbandry. And Bad Boy is going for husbandry himself as well. And once again, because of the triple stable and the 15% discount the Bad Boy's got on stable unit production, he should be in a better spot in terms of military production. But Bars, you know, he's been able to keep up pretty well overall. In spite of that. Might be able to get another villager down. Bars is just trading for vills. Yeah, he sends the knights over. He loses the knights, but he does not care. He just gets the villagers down. And that's going to give his economy a little bit of a boost. You know what? For the 15% discount the Bad Boy's got on stable unit production, Bars right now, he's got instead a better than a 15% villager lead on Bad Boy currently. He's got 8 extra villagers, so that's almost a 20% villager lead for Bars already. So that could be really good. Although I think he might still be on only 2 stables. There's Chain Bard and Armor on the way for Bad Boy, which is good. Now the Bar's got +2 attack. Chain Bard and Armor is going to be a necessity as Bad Boy this way is going to offset for the extra attack. So if he does end up going for Forging and Iron Casting, Bad Boy is going to have the stronger knights. Yeah, and still 2 stables only from Bars. So just gonna try and keep on working this economy up. We'll see. Conversion's coming up right now from Bars. He's going to end up losing the monk over there, but he does get the conversion though anyway. And now he's got the hill advantage as well. So this engagement should be going in favor of Bars for sure. In terms of numbers, we have 15 versus 11. So even without the hill advantage over here on even ground, it should be going in favor of Bars. So Babel's gonna have to bail. He does start bringing a few camels into the mix though, which I like. But regardless, it's still going to be a pretty tough proposition for the blue player over here with only 14 military units to fight against 15 over here. It doesn't seem like the numbers are too different now that the camels are into the mix. Yeah, and actually that's going to be 15 and 15. Yeah, Bars gotta bail. It seems like Bar's situation assessment has been so much better for the most part. He realizes when the engagement's not favoring him and like he disengages, he bails right away. Meanwhile, Bad Boy on the other hand, it takes him a few losses for him to realize that it's actually not an engagement he wants to take before he bails, so no wonder Bars has performed so well so far. And even though we have a better KD for Bad Boy, you gotta keep in mind that Bars has been trading knights for villages on purpose for a little while. There we go. Once again, Bars is going to trade knights for villagers. He does not care. He can lose 1, 2 knights over there, but he's going to keep the villager lead like this. Now, huge engagement taking place at the center. Bad Boy is bailing. That is a lot of monks from Bars. Did he have a second monastery? Yes. He's got 2 monasteries. Still only 2 stables, but I guess it does not matter. If he can get enough monks out, he's just going to build an army of Bad Boy's units. And Bad Boy's units over here are going to consist right now of mostly camels and then some knights. While Bars, of course, playing with Magyars, does not get access to camels and he's going to have knights only, and then the monks are going to have to clutch it up against the camels, and here he comes. He's got 7 monks. He's got fervor on the way. Magyar monks are not the best, but as any monk in the game will be enough to convert units. In any case, and here comes Bars' conversions. He's trying to target the camels. He's going to target 4 different camels, 5 different camels with 7 monks, and he's going to get the conversions. He's bringing additional monks over as well, so it was 5 different units he was targeting with 5 monks probably, and now it's a huge engagement going in favor of Bars, and take a look at the military count. It's not even close. That way realizes there is no way back into this game for him, and he calls it GG, says good luck next. Bars 3, Bad Boy Neil, clean sweep for Bars, who's going to move on to the grand finals of Empire Wars, the World Series of Empire Wars. Let's take a look at the achievements one more time before hopping out and taking a look at Wikipedia to see if we have a schedule match already. Better than 65 KD ratio for Bars is amazing, but it's not only the KD, it's also the conversion desertion ratio over here. The CD ratio is so much higher for him as well, very close to 3-1. For economy, we see a stronger economy for Bars. In the end, he does end up collecting about 5,000 extra resources, close to it, 4,900 or so. And for society, of course, a stronger work account for Bars for the most part throughout the game. So well done